Cheers, my fellow travelers of Suits Souls by EPP. That is Sorelle. Remember, Sorelle means sisters in Italian. Sorelle, Suits and Souls. So Sisters of Suits and Souls by EPP. Again, thank you so very much for allowing me to lead you and co-facilitate this travel excursion and incredible travel experience going to Florence, Italy, June 9 through 15, 2025. As promised, when everyone's payments were in and everyone's payments who's coming on the trip have been secured, room reservations have been made, I promised that henceforth I would start pushing out videos to you, informational videos on everything from how to travel, what to wear, cultural do's and don'ts, the language, the food, you name it. And this is the first in this series of videos. Now, I just want to also tell you up front, all of these videos will reside in my travel playlist on my YouTube channel. Again, all of these informational travel videos for the tour will reside in my travel playlist here on my YouTube channel. If you have the link, and you will, because it is a private playlist, you will only be able to access these videos with the link which I am sending you. So if you receive this link in the email, know that these videos are in a private playlist, okay? Only accessible by our travelers from the group. And again, I'm super excited. These videos are just going to help you broaden your perspective, I hope, of where you're going, what you're going to be doing, what you can expect. And again, just some preparedness for the entire experience for those of you that have never been abroad before, and maybe give some insight to those that have been abroad before, specifically to Florence, Italy, and the Tuscan region. So this first video, we're going to talk about travel, how to get there, how to get home. So first and foremost, I want you to know that because the tour starts on the 9th, you must book your flight on the 8th because you lose time going to Europe, which means you need to leave the day before so you can arrive on the day that you want to get there. So you will need to depart wherever you're departing from on the 8th so that you arrive preferably before noon on the 9th. When you arrive on the 9th, okay, preferably before noon, and I'll tell you why in a moment, you're going to arrive at the train station in Florence, unless you have chosen to fly directly into Florence, all right, which you can do. Just know that it is a little bit more expensive to fly directly into Florence than it is if you fly into Rome or Milan and take the train to Florence, all right? So the cheapest, most economical way to do it, wherever you're coming from, is to fly into Rome or into Milan, MXP, because Milan has two major airports. You want Malpensa, MXP, Malpensa in Milan. And then Fiumicino, which is Leonardo da Vinci. Fiumicino is the name of the airport in Rome. So you're going to want to fly into one of those hubs and then get on the train. Both have trains in the airport. There are signs everywhere to direct you to the train. You can also purchase tickets prior to arrival, or you can purchase tickets when you get there. I suggest that you purchase tickets prior, and I will put here on the screen as well as in the description which two major train systems that you can take. One is Italo, I-T-A-L-O, italo.it. Or Trenitalia. Treno means train in Italian, okay? I will put the links for both of those train transit systems in the description below as well as here on the screen. But either one of those trains, all right, you will get an amalgamation of which one for the ticketing, like if you want an express that goes directly into Florence, or you want a ticket that where it stops along the way. The route in Tuscany to Florence via either one of these trains, all right, from Milan or from Rome, is very scenic. It's wonderful. Riding the train there, if you've ever taken the train before in the United States, it's more industrial. Taking the train there is clean. You can get snacks, you can get drinks, depending on the class of ticket that you choose. So you can get economy, you can get business class, you can get executive, you can buy any level of ticket and comfort of ticket that you so choose. Whatever you buy, whether it's economy on up to executive, is going to be clean. It doesn't matter. You will take your bags. You will make sure that you get all of your bags. You pick your bags up before you go to get on the train. All right. Be sure. Grab your bags from pickup and then go to the train station. Again, you will want to purchase your tickets, if at all possible, your train tickets, before you arrive, before you leave wherever you're coming from. All right. It's better if you do it that way as well. There are all sorts of discounts and things like that you can also get on your train tickets, depending on when you buy them as well. All right. So once you get on the train, whether you're coming from Rome or whether you're coming from Milan, the train is going to drop you in the heart of Florence. I repeat, the train is going to drop you in the heart of Florence, at which point you will see me. I will be at the train station waiting for you the moment you arrive to walk you over to the hotel. And yes, I did say walk. You will not need to drive, because where our hotel is, we have beautifully situated in one of the most historic, incredible, architecturally, visually stunning squares in all of Florence. Santa Maria Novella. Santa Maria Novella is also the name of the train station. The entire area is called Santa Maria Novella, okay? Santa Maria Novella is named for the church, Santa Maria Novella, that is right across the street, that also sits in the square, just adjacent to the hotel that you're going to be staying in. It is a beautiful, wonderful corridor, lots of tourists in the area. I mean, I can't tell you how excited that I am for you to walk across the street and see where you're going to be staying for the entirety of your trip there. When I say majestic, when I say historic, you have no idea. You have no idea. So we wanted you all to be able to get off the train after having, done this incredible Atlantic flight. For most of you will be coming across the Atlantic, transatlantic flight, to just be able to get off the train and go right to your hotel without extra transport or anything like that. Now, you might think that because the train station is right across the street, that it's going to be noisy or too much hustle and bustle. No, it's not situated like that at all. It's super convenient, again, super historic. I can't use enough adjectives to explain how convenient but beautiful and historic of an area this is. And not, still lots of tourists, but again, not in a way that is, sometimes too many tourists can get on your nerves, and there's just too many of them around. Not the way this hotel is situated. And it's far enough across from the train station where you're not going to hear trains or anything like that. It doesn't work that way. Trust me. You're talking to someone who's done this dozens of times. And I've also stayed at this particular hotel before, so I know you're going to love it. There's all kinds of eateries. There are gelato places. There are people from all over the world that are also staying in this, hotels in this square. There's like 4 different hotels that are all in this square, anchored by Santa Maria Novella. I'll save for you the historical significance of Santa Maria Novella until we actually get there, so that you have something else to look forward to. But just know you're in for an absolute off-the-chain awesome time, right? Once you get to your hotel and everything, you will get settled. Now, the reason that we want you, check-in time is 2 p.m. for the hotel. But I want you there before noon, or as close to noon as possible, because our welcome dinner takes place at 8 p.m. that evening. All right. 8 p.m. Now, because your hotel is so close, you're going to be able to get over there, put your bags away. We're going to have a quick meet and greet in the corridor, in the foyer area. And when I say foyer, it is not doing it any justice. It is like a vestibule of the hotel. So we can do a quick meet and greet, a check-in. By the time we do all of this, you'll be able to check into your rooms and get some rest. Because jet lag is jet lag. And if you've not been to Europe before, prepare to experience jet lag. So it will affect your sleep rhythm, right? So if at all possible, sleep on the plane, because we're going to have dinner that evening. And I want you fresh. I want you to look fly in our signature colors of black, lavender, and silver are our official colors. So I want you to be all rested and, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for this incredible welcome dinner that we have prepared for you all that evening. You can choose to catch a cat nap if you want to, or you can come back out into the city with us and just get your bearings. See where you are, ask questions, whatever you want to do for an hour or so to just get your bearings, which you will probably want to do. But if not, and you just want to go straight to your room, unpack, rest for a moment, prepare for the dinner, the welcome dinner that evening, you're more than welcome to do so. And I think that I'm going to stop there for this portion of the travel segment, with the exception of just briefly mentioning the same way you come in, the same way that you choose to arrive, either via Milan or Rome. Again, Milan is Malpensa, MXP, and Rome is Fiumicino, FCO. So when you go to book your flights, Rome, put in the code FCO. Milan, MXP, stands for Malpensa. FCO for Rome stands for Fiumicino. Just remember that. You're going to leave the same way that you came in. So when it's time to go and you are exiting and checking out of the hotel, you're just going to walk right back across the street to the train station to get on your respective trains to go back to the airport. I also want to add one little thing for you. The train in Milan actually is the central, you're already arriving at the central train station. The station in Rome, again, you're already in the airport. Both trains are already in the airport, all right? You have to go to the main hub in each of those cities. The train will take you directly there. You will probably most likely get off of that train there in the main hub, and then you will get back on the train that will take you, or get on the train that will then take you to Florence. So do not be confused. If you have any specific questions or that was too confusing for you, call me. Call me. You all will have my phone number, and you can call me directly so that I can explain it even further. But again, you're getting on the trains in the airport simply. The train will take you directly to the central station in Rome or the central station in Milan. You will exit the train that you are on, and then get on the next train that will bring you directly to Florence. All right. Do not forget that. Let's see what else is there where travel is concerned. I have a travel agency, ASAP Travel, that I have used for years on and off. All right. They are phenomenal. They find some of the most rock bottom hidden prices. If you're willing to do like a layover or something, or one stop or something like that, like 2 hours, 3 hours, you can find great rock bottom deals. They are wonderful. Now, keep in mind, you want to start booking your travel right now. We're going to be there in high season, which means it's going to get busy and travel will start to book quickly, all right, once you hit March, because we're hitting spring shortly here. So if at all possible, I want you to call, if you need help, if you need assistance in booking your travel, you are going to want to contact ASAP Travel Agency. Again, I've used them. I trust them explicitly. You give them my name and tell them that I told you. I'm in their system. They will know. The number, the young lady who has actually been helping me, I think her name is Clorinda. She has all of your information in terms of who you are and where you'd be calling from. I have already emailed you and forwarded you information on this travel agency if you've not already called. All right. So you want to do it quickly if you haven't done so already, because the flights will get more expensive and you are looking at having a problem with availability the longer you wait, because we are moving into peak season. And again, Men's Fashion Week will be around the same time. So you're contending with people, men and women, but more men than anything, coming from all over the world for Men's Fashion Week. And I want you to get ahead of the game before that travel melee ensues. I know that I have a few older ladies that are traveling with us. If necessary, if this is confusing or frightening for you in any way, I may have the opportunity to hop on the train and meet you in Rome or wherever you're coming from, preferably Rome. All right. Preferably you want to meet in Rome, but even if it's Milan, I can hop on the train, meet you there. If the total trip, regardless of if you're coming from Rome or you're coming from Milan, is about the same distance. Milan is a little further than Rome is to Florence. Milan is a little further by train to Florence than Rome is. So I think it's like another 15, 20 minutes on the train. All right. Not much difference at all. But if you're having difficulty or you're afraid or you feel like something's going to go wrong, I can try to get on the train and meet you. It depends on what time you're due to arrive. That would be really the defining factor on if I could or not. But you'll have my phone number. If something should arise, you will call me and I will talk you through the process if you're feeling trepidatious or you're unsure, or if you are met with any sort of a fix, if you're in any sort of fix. All right. But you'll have all of my contact information. You're welcome to call me at will for any reason once you are on your way, once you are en route, and you may feel a little uncertainty. That's it for our first travel informational video for the tour, Sorelle, Suits and Soles, the 5 Senses of Florence. For June 9 through 15, 2025, you will depart on the 8th. Yeah. So that you can arrive on the 9th. Another quick note, because you lose time and you arrive the day later, the next day in Europe, in Italy, you arrive the next day. The same thing does not happen when you are on your way back to the United States or wherever it is that you're going back to. You will arrive there the same day. I'll explain it further if necessary, but I hope that makes sense for you all. Again, email me with any additional questions, but that is it for the travel informational video for the tour, Sorelle, Suits and Soles, the 5 Senses of Florence. I look forward to seeing you all. I hope this information helped you. And the next video that I think I'm going to do for you is how to dress, how you should pack, and what you should pack for this trip. All right. Thank you so very much. I look forward to speaking to you all in our next video, and I will see you soon. Ciao, muses. Bye.